Madara's, I will say this with my chest, was the best introduction of a character I ever seen in my life. I don't care. I do not care. All your animes, I do not care, bro. I don't care about a single other anime character other than his introduction.
What's clapping, everybody? Welcome back to Anime Intervention. This is episode 10. We're in the double digits. Double digits here.
Yes,
homie.
sir.
I'm your host, BMG, here with my boy, Clean Bean, my co-host.
Was good?
I have some bad news today. I have only watched one episode of anime this entire week. And I feel like I'm with Trope. I feel like I'm suffering. Like that drug. I need that drug, but I just don't have it. You know which anime I watched? The one episode? Take a guess.
My Hero?
Nope. Oshinoko.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's definitely worth it for that one episode. Like, if I had to watch one episode for the week, it would be Oshinoko. But yeah, it's been a sad week for me. Busy with work. You know how it is. It's just life. But I will get back on it. Don't worry about that. I'll get back on it. What about you? You been watching anything lately?
Yeah. I finished Dungeon Meshi finally.
Okay. All right. Delicious and Dungeon.
It definitely got the rating it deserves. Like it did, like, what was it, like 8.5 or something on now? 8.5, 8.4, around there. But no, I thought it was very well executed. Animation was, cream of the crop, and the plot, it hangs you off towards the end when the season ends. It's like you're trying to see where this goes. So I'm intrigued. I'm very, happy about what has happened, and also I'm looking forward to season 2.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Last episode in the beginning, we did have a conversation about Dungeon Meshi a little bit.
Yes.
And I think you were kind of on the rails. You weren't necessarily gung-ho because you weren't sure if the MC was, I guess, urgently chasing after his sister, right?
Yeah.
So, I guess
Identical.
without really spoiling too much, tell me what changed your mind.
I feel like he started to realize just exactly how important his sister is, along with, I guess it started to develop, like the plot started to, thicken, started to get, like, suspenseful, and to the point where he could end up, losing his sister, or his sister could end up dying
Right.
in, just how things have occurred. It kind of didn't really, I don't even know how to put it. It's more as if, with the way things unfolded within the story, in the beginning, he's, more catered towards making food of monsters, like trying to kill monsters. Then, oh, wait a minute, I can eat armor, I can eat this or that. But now he's starting to realize, like, I can also complete this dungeon. I can beat the maker of this dungeon. I can also try and get my sister back to herself, because I don't want to spoil it, but she was in the dragon's, belly, and they resurrect her. But they resurrect her with dragon meat.
Dragon meat?
I know, it's weird.
Okay, I have no idea
it's
what
weird.
that means. I'm just gonna take your word for it, and we're just gonna go from there. But like,
Yeah,
because remember, I was only up to like episode, I think, like 4 or 5 or something like that. I wasn't too deep. And the reason why I kind of dropped it a little bit was because of the fact that I was like, okay, are we gonna get the sister or not? We're just gonna be. Is this like one of those cooking animes? Like,
yeah.
Like, where's the urgency? So, with your opinion, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna run with it. I'm probably gonna come back to that anime, and we'll see how it goes. But you say it's good, so I'm gonna take your word for it. The ratings on Mal, they do not lie. Most of the time, they don't lie. There's
Yeah.
some ratings that I'm like, okay, well, hold on, why is this a 6 something? But I see what you're saying here. And this was one of the bangers of last season, or well, I guess it would be the season before that, because it was a 24 episoder.
Yeah,
So
it was 24.
yeah. So okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Side note, the Olympics, they're finishing up now, but when this episode releases, they'll practically be done. But we did talk about the Olympics last episode about Youssef and all the different references and stuff like that.
Oh,
Did you see any more references in the Olympics that you want to call out?
I did. It was in the I think it was the hurdle 100 hurdle men's final.
110?
Like 110 100.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not positive,
They
but
switch it with the women and men. Yeah.
yeah. Japan was in there, and I think he did a JoJo reference. He was like with his hand. I think he did that.
Yeah, yeah. And I saw so there was another one. There was I forgot who it was. It was in track and field as well. And they were
Oh,
doing introductions, and he did the Gear 5 Luffy
yeah,
pose
he did the.
where he was laughing with his thing like that. I was like, yo, they're on it with
Yeah,
these references.
that was Italy
That was
too.
Italy too?
Yeah, that was Italy.
Yeah.
But there is one thing I do want to correct because before we said in the Tokyo Olympics that Joe Kovacs was the one that did
Did
that
the Frankie
Frankie
pose?
goes.
It wasn't
Nah,
Joe Kovacs,
it
right?
was Peyton Otterdahl.
Oh yeah, the third one, the one that didn't get he didn't make the podium. He got booted off of bronze. He got fourth.
Yeah, he got fourth this year.
I forgot who knocked him off though.
Yeah.
Was it a Jamaican? I have no clue.
Oh yeah, it was a Jamaican.
It was
I think.
Jamaican?
I think so.
Yeah, Jamaican.
I think so.
But yeah, the Olympics, bro. Olympics is some heat. We were watching breakdancing last night. That's some crazy stuff, bro. All the stuff I'm seeing in the Olympics, I'm like, yo, this could be like an anime. This could really be an anime.
Honestly, it probably could, especially with like the plot,
Yo,
the plot, the drama, the everything.
Everybody talking smack. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
easily.
But yeah, let's talk about our plans for the future episodes. Like last episode, we ended off saying that we were going to talk about the big three and Grandpa DBZ, but what's going to happen is we're going to take a little bit of a look at what we're planning on doing next, and we're going to divide that into 4 episodes. Now, when is it going to come? It depends on the equipment. We're still ordering some equipment. We're going to have that come in, and then we're going to use that to basically take advantage of the set and try to give you the experience that we think you deserve. But think about it this way, right? Grandpa DBZ, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. Those 4 in and of themselves deserve like hours and hours of just deep dive. But I don't want to stuff them all into one of our singular episodes. I kind of want to just give them the time that they deserve. So 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes back to back, and then we cut it there. We can obviously roll back and come back later in the future, but I think that's a good way to approach it. So what do you think about that? You agree?
No, I agree. Some of them definitely deserve like their own episode because it's a long, you know, plethora of episodes to go through. A lot of good key moments that definitely defined what they are and what they mean to the anime community. So having their own episodes, yeah, I'm really excited to see what we can do, what points we can make, and how to interact with the fans. Yeah, hopefully y'all don't roast me or like my takes or anything.
Facts.
Like Robin is waifu, by the way, in One Piece.
For me, I'm a Hancock guy. Anyways,
Okay.
you will be surprised when we get that episode out. Don't worry, just wait. And once it's out, you will be surprised. Trust me, we got something special planned for you. And we do have I think I might come up with some ideas for future episodes where we might have like an episode dedicated to one specific anime. Like let's say we want to do Jujutsu Kaisen or something like that, or just talking about Demon Slayer and obviously all the shit that's going on with there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You want to jump into today's topic?
Yeah, today's topic, we're going over anime tropes.
Oh yeah, overused anime tropes.
Overuse some
It's funny because like when I was looking at the topic for this, I was thinking, I was like, what is a trope and what's not a trope? And then I had to like think about myself. I'm like, a trope is usually something that like, all right, trope and trend. What's a trend, right? All right, so if I were to ask you what's a trend, what would you say?
I would say a trend is something that it has become popular throughout the masses and it spurts up at certain points and then
It just
dies back down. Just usually what happens when you have a trend or like a similarity between some activity that corresponds in a time period, right?
Right. And that trend, like on TikTok, like the trend will happen and then all of a sudden that trend's it's not there anymore. While let's say we're looking at the trope, I mean, to be fair, tropes do die out, but a lot of these tropes they tend to be recurrent. They go on for long periods of time, and they're usually within the spectrum of the anime world itself, right?
Yeah, I would feel like tropes are on the same. They're not necessarily the same as trends. Like they
Yeah.
differ in that, you know, aspect, but I would feel like they're the same as archetypes in a way,
Okay.
where you have certain, archetypes, like certain like same character design, same, the events that they go through, and it could just be used over and over again, refreshed, and it will still be good sometimes.
hmm
But you'll have some that are overused and it just becomes played out or not done well, and all of a sudden people are like, okay, I'm kind of sick of it. Like I don't need all the same scenes here and there.
I think that's why I'm gonna pull a cow out of the bag right now. I'm gonna just say we're gonna start off with the isekai trend immediately. But here's the
Okay.
thing. This is where this conversation gets really deep because people might ask, they might say, "Oh, wait, is that really a trope because of the fact that it's a genre?" But I feel like it's more so the fact that it was so much of a trope that it developed into its own genre. If you think about it, because isekais weren't really big back then. Like they really weren't. When the isekais came on the scene, everybody was making isekais. Then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my god, this is an isekai." You know what I mean? But let's talk about Truck-kun. Let's talk about Truck-kun for a second.
That's the Grim Reaper, but just in vehicle form, That's my guy.
That's really what it'd be though. Like Truck-kun just be killing everybody, sending everybody over to the other worlds, man. And
Hmm.
it's, I mean, not every isekai is like that, but it's so recurrent that it's basically a trope. Would I say it's overused? I'ma say yeah, because of the fact that they literally made a joke out of it. And that's how you know it's overused. Come on now.
Fair point.
Now, my question to you is, do you like Truck-kun?
I mean, there could be better ways, man. You could have just, I don't know, you could have died at a house fire. You could have, I don't know, gotten shot, gotten like tortured or
Or
something,
something?
like, something a little different. But every single time, it's always, rushing out. Oh yeah, I gotta get to school or something.
Do you not look
It,
both ways?
it'll look both
They
ways. It's just
never
like it's gonna be a great day today. I'm gonna meet all my friends, and I'm just gonna get absolutely murked.
get clapped.
Roadkill, literally roadkill. But just I don't know, human form, I guess.
It's it's interesting because all right, I'm trying to think of the last new isekai that I've watched that I've really enjoyed. I'm probably gonna say Eminence and Shadow.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the last one that I've actually like dove into where I was like, oh wow, this feels like something that is new, something that's fresh, something that doesn't seem to stick to the normal, tropes that you'd see within an isekai. I mean, to be fair, he's still overpowered. But just the fact that he likes playing that off, like he doesn't want to be over, he does, but he likes to lead up to it. He likes to seem weak and then like have his strength just explode
yeah.
out of nowhere. So like there are times when I'm watching the anime, I'm like, all right, are you gonna do something about it? He won't do it.
No, he's the manipulator.
Yeah, he's the manipulator. He likes to manipulate things, and then at the last minute, it's like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna do something with his alternate ego. So I really like Delta. Shout out to Delta. I love Delta. But you know why I love Delta. I don't have to tell you why I love Delta. I don't have to tell you why. But
What the?
I mean, to be fair, they're all good. They're all great. But yeah, no, I think the isekai genre in and of itself has kind of wore itself thin to the point where in order for you to stand out, you have to make changes. And that's the thing with these tropes. Like obviously people love it. That's why you're continuing to make it because they're continuing to watch it. But like how do you differ from the others? How do you stand out? Oshinoko is a standout.
Yeah,
That's
Oshinoko is
technically an
definitely a
isekai,
stand.
but not really, because you're being reborn into the same world. And uh, what's it called? It's like a revenge line, but at the same time, it's not in the normal fantasy setting at all. Like how most isekais are like the fantasy based. It's not
Yeah,
like that.
like if you can use the same trope over and over again, but as long as you're creating a different formula, like how did they get there? What do they become? What is the end goal? Who is around them? Or like, does their role in society change? Like stuff like that. Do they become overpowered? Like that's another trope in itself is
That's
when
another one.
people become extremely overpowered or like
It's usually the MC.
yeah, it's usually the MC.
Yeah. And weren't you just telling me something about that one trope that MCs tend to have where um they have to like deal with some what were you
Yeah.
saying? Tell me about that.
So whenever a main character gets introduced, even if they're, let's say, not overpowered, they
Okay.
have to go into some hostile situation with a regular person. Your regular, degular guy, bad woman, whoever, doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that they're infringing on the main character's beliefs, what they stand for, and this also highlights the MC's powers. So, I don't know, maybe it's a guy robbing your family, or it's a bunch of schoolgirls that are bullying your best friend, like stuff like that. It sets up for the main character to step in,
Mhm.
and a lot of times they take the initiative and like, I'm not about to let this happen. You talk smack about my friend? Okay, I got you. I'm about to put hands on you. It's over.
Get clapped. And that's one of those tropes where I feel like all right, I won't call it overused because I feel like it's part of a very hefty list of story elements that are necessary in order to really develop a character or at least show off a character. Um, but I still agree because like let's talk about what's the anime? Windbreaker. Let's talk about Windbreaker for example, right?
Okay.
The first episode of Windbreaker, new MC's pulling up to the new town, right? And he's transferring into the new school. And he's in the town, and these dudes come in, wrecking the place, doing things that they're not supposed to do. And I think it was with some girl that was being bullied or something, or that they were trying to get to go out with her or with them. And then he pulls up, he's like, nah, not today. It's moments like that that sets the stage for, I guess, the rest of the story, but also kind of familiarizes yourself with the character's personality. If that character is that type of person where they want to defend, they want to protect, it spurs them into action. It's like that. It's a trope that's very similar. It's just scattered throughout the end. I was just watching uh Wistoria Wand and Sword. It literally just happened in the most recent episode. Spoiler alert here. Uh the main character, I don't know for sure if he's a dwarf. I'm assuming that he might be. Um, but he was in a tavern that's run by dwarves, and then he's in a school, a magic school that tends to look down on dwarves. And some of the higher up students, the ones who are considered like the nobles, right, pull up
Yeah.
to the tavern and they start wrecking the place. Actually, I don't think they wreck the place. They start talking smack immediately, and then they're like, "You're all filthy," basically. And that's basically what they said. Like I'm telling you, you need to watch this episode. I'm telling you, when you get the chance to watch Restore One and Sword, you will understand exactly what I'm saying. They're dwarves, right? Getting like shit talked in their own
So we talking like,
location.
civil rights movement shit talk? It's like,
Yeah,
what is this?
yeah,
Like,
like it is that deep. I'm telling you, it is that deep. And then what happens? The main character, who is normally timid, he's kind of like he doesn't really act unless he has to. He's not the type of guy who's rash, who's bashful. He doesn't go out there and just do stuff to do it. Like what'll happen is something has to trigger him, right? So in this scenario, he doesn't like when dwarves are being talked down, their culture is being insulted, everything's happening like that, to the point where his entire demeanor, his entire personality almost seems to shift and change. He doesn't blow up necessarily, but you can see that he's angry.
so he's like icy.
Yeah, yeah, he's
Yeah,
like that.
icy
Now,
cold.
it's
Like,
funny because one of my friends was literally talking about this the other day with this character specifically, how they don't like him because of the fact that he is timid, how he lets people kind of push him around. He doesn't really take action, like that. Like nobles will come by and like push him to the side, or he'll just stay away from them because he doesn't want the smoke or he just doesn't want to be bothered with it. He just like, oh, sorry about that, whatever, whatever. Sumimasen. Uh, Characters like that can be hard to like. But then once you see what's behind the curtain, then it's like, oh,
Oh no, I love
okay,
those
I
characters.
like that character. You know what I mean? I like characters like that where they're they're just a different person when it's time to get serious. You know,
Escanor.
Escanor. Escanor is a perfect example of that.
Why would I be afraid of someone that's weaker than me, or like whatever he
Yeah,
said?
whatever
Like
you said.
I was like,
I was like, damn, that's cold.
that's
Escanor.
cold.
That's cold.
They came in there with a like confidence, like to max at that point.
You know, speaking of that like specific genre, you know, the trope, uh, friendship saves all.
Oh
You know that
my
one?
gosh.
The power of
No.
friendship.
The power of friendship. But my friends got me this way. Like, no, no. I'm sick and tired of it. That one is overused. Whenever an anime
That's it. Yeah.
gets like, whenever they get serious or like, a character's about to die, and I'm like, wait a minute, if that character does die, this will be definitely some good motivation for another character to, get better, or this will definitely play a role in character development and how, I don't know, someone views life in general, like they're caring
Right.
for another life.
Yeah.
But you snuff it out because you want them to live because of, I believe in you. You got this.
It's funny because I had it first on the list here, and our homie just brought it up just now. Fairy Tale is like literally at the top of the list. Like for me personally, I'm just like, nigga, weren't you dead? What are you?
You
Where did you
were
come from?
you were murked. Like,
You were absolutely clapped. Makarov.
how are you alive?
Makarov, how are you here? What happened? How many other characters can bro name some more
Makarov,
characters besides
um,
Makarov who
Jalal should have
Jalal
been
should have
dead.
been gone.
Should have been on out the
Bro, Lasana
that
should
gate.
have been
Lasana should have been dead. I'm
Lasana,
sorry.
Lasana was dead for like the entire first half of the show. She's like, "Hey guys, sorry, I was just in a different location. I was
Yeah,
just in the alternate right?
yeah. I was in
Alternate
Adelaide.
Edalus, yeah.
I'm like, no, you weren't.
No,
You
bro.
literally rose up to
No.
like to heaven
You
at
rose
that
out of
point.
you rose out of the coffin, bro. Like,
I-
come on.
I'm looking. I'm like, you're deceased. Like, there's no way. Where are your wings? Goodbye, bye, angel. See you later. I'll pray for you.
I think for me, I think that's the one trope that I dislike the most. And I do get where they come from. Like there are fans who really do love characters, and there are authors who go, I won't say go based off of the fans, but they're writing, right? Or they're drawing because they're making mangas, right? And they're seeing how the audience is reacting to some of the chapters that are being shipped, and they're seeing how audiences like certain characters. That might actually facilitate some of their decision making. So what happens if somebody really loves a character, fans really love a character, and you clap that character? All of a sudden, the fans are like belittling you, talking about you. You know, they're like, "What the hell, man? I love that. That was my favorite character." But
Mm,
they don't realize that some of that might actually be important for the story. Like it could be a very important growing moment for the character.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what's his name? The one who does Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, what's his name? Gidge or
I
I
forgot
forgot
his
the
name,
author's name.
but
I'm sorry. Been a minute.
him, what's the Chainsaw Man?
Yeah.
That author, uh,
He's or I'm not even sure if I pronounced that right, but yeah, all of them, they basically murked a lot of characters.
yeah, there are some. Okay, I'll put it this way: there are necessary, keep in mind, necessary deaths, but then there are deaths where you're like, okay, what was the point?
Like there's no way he should have
Yeah,
died.
like
There's no way.
why did you kill him off? Like there was no reason to kill him off. Why did you kill him off? Like there's deaths like that, but that's a prime example right there.
Yeah. And then there's preventable deaths that I don't even want to talk about because
Like
yeah.
Jiraiya's death for me, Jiraiya's death was personally for me, I think obviously it could have been preventable. There are certain actions that they could have taken to make sure that he doesn't actually die. He could have went in with backup. This bro went in alone. But that aside, you know, his death is actually really important to Naruto's growth. It is insanely important how much that death means for the show
Yeah.
in general. And I feel like Naruto's growth actually skyrocketed because of the fact that he died. It's necessary. So that's a necessary death right there. But like,
Okay.
come on.
Yeah.
Some deaths, they're just not necessary.
Some deaths not necessary. Sometimes people do need to die.
But power of friendship to save these deaths for fairy tale? Come on now. Come on. Give me another trope. Uh, if it's an MC, we're talking about MC and power, right?
Okay.
MC has like a secret ability or a secret power that's hidden within them that they don't see until the last minute.
Yeah.
That's easily a trope right there.
Yeah, that's
100%.
easily a trope. Like we got even from Blue Exorcist, Rin.
Oh yeah.
That's one. You
That's
got
one right there.
Naruto, literally.
Obviously.
You have
You got Asta from Black Clover.
Asta from Black Clover.
You got Ichigo for Bleach. That's another one.
There's another one. I mean, I guess you could technically say Luffy, but that's not really like a beast. It's more like a, okay, he's known it from like, the jump almost. And then also he just doesn't know the origins of it and how powerful his devil fruit is.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, there are definitely a few others that are out there. We could definitely string them up, but like
not coming to mind.
You could just think about that for a second and just think about the fact that a lot of those situations tend to arise at the peak moment of their battle.
Exactly. The peak moment when they're at the most distress and they're like, no, I can't lose, or I gotta protect my friends.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that secret power wells up inside them. You know for a fact that they should not be winning this fight.
Yeah,
they should not be winning this fight, but all of a sudden there's all like something out of their chest just it's interesting to me. But what I will say is that the trope in and of itself, back to what I was talking about when it comes to story elements and building the characters throughout the story, like some of that might actually be necessary, which is true. It can be necessary, but there could be other ways to approach that same goal to reach the goal, and there are anime that forgot about Yuji. Yuji has it too.
Oh yeah. Yuji.
There are anime that project that sort of difference in trope, and I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head besides Eminence and Shadow, where instead of going the same route where the character does end up having the secret power and it saves them, no, that character has to learn the hard way. That character gets their ass beat, they lose, they're on the ground, and they have to work their ass back up. Not all of a sudden there's a cop out. You know what I mean? So
no, I get it. Maybe like I don't know. I guess a shield hero count. In a way,
because you know what? The reason why I'll give Shield Hero a pass is because it completely disregards the trope of the main character being so-called. He's overpowered, yes,
but beloved.
He is hated in the utmost fashion throughout like majority of the show, even to now, right? He's still hated, but he has to earn that trust back, and he has to earn that love from his team, because he does end up teaming with the other Cardinal. I think they call them Cardinal Weapons or something like that.
Yeah,
Cardinal Heroes. Cardinal Heroes.
Yeah.
He ends up teaming with them. So, but yeah, that's another one. It's good. So how about powerful old men in anime? I think that's a pretty big trope, right?
No,
I mean, do I think it's overused? That's a tough one, because like old men, generically speaking, old men, right? They have sort of that wisdom that they've accumulated over all those years, and their experience kind of gets them to the point that where they are, and they've learned the lessons that they were supposed to learn. So essentially, when they teach you, when they're supposed to teach you, right, you're going to learn from them and be like superseding all those past, I guess you call them inferior thoughts, inferior values, because they have the greater values.
Okay.
But they're supposed to be weak because they're old, but they end up being strong. You got Master Roshi. You got the old men in Hunter x Hunter. You got
Jiraiya.
You got Jiraiya. There's so many other old men in anime that they're just seeping energy, soul leveling. My boy with I forgot his name. He's like super powerful. He's like one of the S rank hunters.
Okay.
I'm just like, whenever you come across old men in any of these shonen, they're you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out.
Yeah,
They're too powerful.
like they really straight up like they're introduced into the anime and they're just straight up boxing or spitting facts for the least. Like Rayleigh, for example,
Oh, Rayleigh's a good one.
man comes in, he's like, "Yeah, I'm just enjoying being in jail," and then proceeds to like knock out everyone like with his hockey. I'm like, okay, how did you go from just chilling to let me just step in real quick? Like, let me just hold my beer because I've never hated it because I really do like seeing what people think is reality or like what they think is gonna happen and it could be completely shattered. Like a lot of times, people look at older or elderly, like, you can't really do anything physically. And then out of nowhere, someone breaks your, expectations. Even sometimes with like, small petite people, like, well, he's not gonna do anything. He ends up clapping everyone.
You know, it's interesting because we see this in real life too. Like there are old people who, I guess, they exceed the expectations of the younger, right? There are people who to this day they're like they're 90s, maybe 100. I won't say hundreds because there's one person I know that's like 100 years old. They still go around running, like doing jogs.
Exactly.
And I was like, how are you 100 years old jogging right now, bro? Didn't you see World War II? Like, what is going
Like,
what is going on?
you were literally like, you got a whole movie, and all of a sudden you're like, nah, I still gotta, get out and grind, bro. I gotta. There's no relaxing for them.
Maybe that's what it is, though. Maybe that's what keeps them, I guess, alive. The fact that they're still striving and still living and not just being like, because there are old people who they kind of reclude back to their, like, I won't say like their old nature, because that's not really how it is. They become less active because of the fact that they're scared that the health issues are going to come up. And then obviously, when you're not doing much, that's when your health continues to decline.
No, true. Like a sedentary lifestyle is like, technically bad for you. So when you see those like anime old heads that are like, putting in that work, you're like, dang, I'm trying to get like you. Like, well, I'm not trying to become like, my knees give out like, when I'm 30. I'm trying to be active.
Girl, my back is killing me already.
Yeah, already.
Anyways, now we're moving on from powerful old men.
Dang,
Okay.
I love old guys.
We're going to get into this last section of
Pause.
topics. Wait, what? What did you say?
Nothing.
Okay, all right. Let's move on. Let's move on. We're getting to this last section of topics for the Overused anime tropes. What do you think about high school?
Oh,
Or well, we'll do school in general because I guess that's a pretty fair analysis for anime in general. How do you feel about that as a trope? Do you think, let me ask you this, do you think that it's overused and is it really about the genre of high school animes that's the problem? Or is it the individual pieces of it that you think should be modified a little bit?
mm. I do think that the individual pieces do need to be modified, slightly. Like, I don't really see the whole high school theme like being like, overused. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely a lot of high school animes for a fact, but it's a fun topic to talk about because that's like the peak of character development right there. A lot of people you see in high school, they start to find out like what their goals and ambitions are for the future. And you'll start to see people, deviate. Some people want to settle, they want to, just get through school and then that's it, and then, just go on with life. Like they just think it's like, regular degular. Some people want to, exceed expectations. Like they try hard and everything else. So you see those traits being displayed in anime. That's why you have, your different archetypes of people. Like you got the person who's invested in almost every single club. Like somehow we got either the man or girl that's in every single club. You're president of the student council. You're a track star, you're somehow in the musical. I'm like, how do you have time for this? I know damn well I didn't have time for this. I went over there like soon as school ended, it was like 2:15. I come, coach is like, yo, 2:30, be at the track. All right, get ready, get your snack, stretching rope, everything. You don't have time for this in real anime. Like all those bits and pieces and ways you're spreading yourself. Like you're so thin to the point where you basically a molecule. Like I'm gonna be real with you.
What about school festival?
School festival. That's a good one.
See,
That's a good one.
see, here's the thing. Like, I know this episode's about overused anime tropes, but like, is it really possible to not use a school festival as like if you can obviously just keep it out, I'm saying, but when you're watching anime and you're going through all these episodes, you're thinking about it's a school anime specifically. You're thinking about, oh, when's the what do they call them? I don't know if they have midterms, but like I forget what they call them. There's like exams that are like not at the middle of the year, they're like a third way through or something.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about. And then you got the finals, and then you got the school festival, you got the school trip. You're thinking about all these things, right? Are they really they're tropes, yes.
Mm.
But can you really take them out because it's part of the Japanese school experience? That's
Oh,
my question.
you can't take them out. Like
Yeah.
it's what it is, what makes the genre itself. But what you can do is modify it to the point where it's not.
Spice it up.
Yeah, spice it up. You don't necessarily have to change, what it is. If it works, it works. Because a lot of people gravitate towards the school anime. Some people may be in school right now. Other people, you may deviate because of the fact you're getting older,
My Hero,
right? My Hero, perfect example. Like
that's a school anime.
it's a school anime, technically, right?
If you really count it. A little
Technically,
bit. School's involved, but like
a little
obviously it
bit,
changes a little bit, but
but yeah,
you can see how they use that school to kind of I mean, it's part of the story, yes, but it does use some of those tropes that you see within a lot of animes that are based around school.
yeah. You always find like the troublemaker, the smart one, the one that's to themselves,
Yep.
the one that for some reason has anger issues or maybe problems at home, like stuff like that. You'll still see those traits displayed in a lot of school animes because believe it or not, those are real life situations people go through. Those are students that have experienced that, and sometimes I know I have a friend that's a teacher, and you'll you'll be surprised how much children really spill tea in like their family relations and like what happens on at home. Like it's not just like kindergartners. Sometimes it can be middle schoolers. It can be high schoolers too, because they may be going through a lot, and the teachers are the ones to like let them know like, hey, you're not alone.
Okay, okay. So would you I would keep that trope if I were to like keep any trope, like we're gonna keep these tropes, the school trope specifically, because they belong there, they fit there. They don't necessarily have to they can be modified, but they don't have to actually be changed or taken out.
Yeah, no, they should definitely stay because they're definitely key parts of the development of a child.
Okay, now what about a beach episode?
You talking rom-com beach episode or
That's what I'm talking about. Rom-com beach episode.
uh
Honest-
um
Honestly, there are rom-coms that don't even have the not rom-coms. There's other animes that have beach episodes within them, and then you got the hot spring episode.
oh yeah, hot spring, cherry blossoms everywhere flowing. You got um isn't there no, not really coffee. Coffee's not really a thing.
You mean like going to a coffee shop or something?
Coffee shop like that. I mean there's interactions here and there.
Yeah,
Like
that'll
with
happen.
shops, but
But I don't know if I would. Yeah,
a mall would
yeah,
be
mall
more
would
better.
be probably
Mall.
that's probably the better one. But that's more for the rom-com, yes, but also for the school because they do tend to go to the mall for the like for example, Lee and Russian that I'm watching. That's another one where they go to a mall, and it's like it happens immediately, like it's like within the second episode or something or third episodes. But yeah, no beach episodes. Do I like them? Yeah, of course I love them. I love beach episodes. Do I think they're overused? Hell yeah, but they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They put some cheeks right in front of the camera, and all of a sudden it's a bro. It's funny. We brought up Fairy Tale earlier.
Yeah.
Bring up Fairy Tale again. First episode
Uh,
in Fairy Tale, coming back. Natsu's hands already in Lucy's boobies.
yeah, I wasn't surprised.
And then one of the angle shots for I think it was episode 4 or something when they were fighting the water dragon or something. Lucy's bent over like this, and the camera's right behind her ass cheeks. And I'm over here like, yep, that's Japan's ass right there.
Oh my days. Yeah, the beach episode is overused. Let's just say it's overused because Natsu, you gotta know better, bro. There's no way you grabbing whole full on balloons and you proceeded to
No,
like
it was one of those where I think it was part of the like one of the powers that they had where his hand kind of just slipped through as if it was going through a dimension, and it went like inside her tits, like right into the cleavage. Yeah. So
he's still a fiend.
he's still well, and it's funny because like he'll pull it out like nothing happened, and Lucy's just like, and he's like, yeah, it's fine.
It's like, dude, you
It's
just
funny.
violated me, but not.
It's
like,
okay.
I guess
it's funny because Lucy liked it. So, anyways,
okay.
moving on.
Okay.
Taking that into account, let me ask you this before we move on to the game for today.
All right. Amy, what's up?
Is it important, and I feel like we touched upon this as we were talking about this, but is it dire to subvert these tropes? Is it dire to modify them, to change them, to even just toss them away? Do you think that that's better for anime society? That's my question. I have an answer for this, but I do want to hear your opinions, thoughts first.
If the tropes do not disrespect in any way how the author wants to portray a story or maybe a historical place or Japan as a country itself, that's when I feel like, okay, you can go ahead and modify whatever it is. Because there's definitely some things that should be left alone.
Okay.
But how it's delivered or the way it's structured behind can be altered, in my opinion. But things like, do we want to completely eliminate it? Nah, like the school festival, keep that in. Or if there's a fireworks festival, that's another good trope or fireworks show that's happened. And in the summer they got all their katas on and like everything's good in the summer. You want to keep that there because that's something that actually happens and it's something that may be important to a lot of people, at least in my opinion. But I do believe that you can do little slight adjustments here and there to put your own spin on what a traditional type of trope would be.
Okay. My answer to that is pretty much about the same. I think personally, from my opinion, right, I gravitate towards shows that do kind of give me the same feeling almost of what I expect. Like obviously you're gonna watch Shonen because you're expecting, the main character to strive and aim for his goal and overcome and fight and all you see all these great fights and stuff like that. Yeah. So those tropes, I always gravitate towards them. What do I expect though? I expect, especially authors nowadays, to not just copy and paste because all of a sudden something seems to be working really, really well with the audience just because they're trying to, make some bucks. Like you need to, originality is important. Obviously, all of our stories are like variations of other stories that happens all the time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they're intertwined.
They're intertwined. Yeah,
interchangeable,
like
all that.
you're basically taking stuff from stories that you've already read and already seen and putting them into your own work, but in your own way. So they need to do the same thing. We don't want to see Truck-kun killing people all the time. At least I don't. I mean, I know there's some people who like, yeah, Truck-kun, come on. But nah. There needs to be some other things.
Put a Porsche in there.
Put a Porsche in there. Have something else.
Put a Honda Civic going like 120 down the damn highway.
That's normal over here, so they might as well have it happen over there.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, they need to make some, some adjustments, some changes. That's what I would do personally for me. Like, there will always be those like similar storylines and plot lines, but you gotta spice it up a little bit, and then that's fine. So a lot of these isekais, you'll see that they're starting to do, different things. But I want them to like go even further out of the box. Yeah, you reincarnate into a venom machine. Yeah, you reincarnate into a sword. Those are actually isekais. Uh, yeah, cool. But I want more. I want more variation. I want to see where you're gonna take it to the next level. Because you have to stand out. Either that or just don't make an isekai. Or, you got to do something else.
No, that's
I mean, to be fair, I'm not telling them that they have to do it to succeed, because it's not true. Obviously, they'll have success. I'm saying if you want to really pander into an audience, you want to rope in more people. You need to show how different you are from the others. Uh, I know somebody that watches nothing but isekais for some reason. I have no clue why. They love the isekai genre, I guess, but like it's to the point where like they're isekai genius. They know every single isekai that came out last year. Cautious Hero just came out and it was making fun of Truck-kun. So yeah, they're gonna talk about it. So I don't know. But yeah, you want to move on to the game?
yeah. Let's move on to the game. Let's get to it.
All right. So this time we're doing MC Crack. You know what? You know what? MC Crackdown. Yo,
Damn.
yo, Justin, pass me pass me that whiteboard and the marker, please.
And then
Thanks, homie.
put me on the goddamn spot.
Thanks. I appreciate
What
that.
are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay, let's just erase this. I'm sorry, audience. I'm just getting something ready. We're not doing MC Crackdown, not today. We're gonna do something a little different, little fun. Time for some Hangman.
Hey, man.
You heard it here first. We're doing anime Hangman. All right, so I'm gonna start with anime. All right. So
Anime Hangman.
actually, no. Let's not do anime Hangman. I'm gonna do main character Hangman because we were gonna do MC Crackdown, but now we're not doing it. So let's do MCs instead. So I'm gonna start a real easy, real simple.
Wait, but how are we gonna do this?
Hmm? 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 Full body is wrong. Like full body, like if we get head, torso, arm, leg, that's an L.
Oh,
Sounds
we're
good?
doing it like
We're doing
that.
it like that. All right.
I'm cooked. All right.
First letter.
Yo, give me an A.
Okay.
Naruto.
Yep. I said we're gonna start it easy.
I'm like that.
You like that?
I promise
All
you,
right.
I'm like that.
All right. All right, it's your turn.
Okay.
You go. What's next, homie? Hmm. L.
Torso.
Damn, that's crazy. O.
Oh,
Yeah. Doing O. Show the camera, please. A.
there you go.
Mm, the hell is that? R.
R.
That's Boise.
Listen, don't sell. You made up this game. You better win.
For me, I better win. uh, B.
B-roll. B-roll.
Um, rated L. P.
P.
All right, one more and I lose.
Yeah, you about to take this out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no faith in you. 0.
J.
No.
God damn it. What was it?
Maka from Soul Eater. Technically a co-protagonist.
Pass it.
Told you I got that on me, I got the I'm on that. Hangman. When it comes to Hangman, I hang myself.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Whoa. Bro really said lynch. I am weak.
I only do it on Sunday afternoons.
That's
but,
crazy.
yeah.
Not the KKK.
There's no way you just said that.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's do
And no, I don't condone hanging.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, another simple one.
Where? Wait, sorry. No, I didn't mean the number 4. I was
4.
Let's go with E. Let's see what's happening. Hit me with an E. Okay. I gotta think here. What the hell? And it's the main character, right?
Yep. No, it's not a main character. Never mind. Let's get back.
It's not a main character?
Nope.
All right.
This is actually technically a side character. But you'll get it.
Shoot. All right. Let's go with B. I lost. Let's get an A in there.
That's a long ass leg.
I'm so confused right now. D?
D?
Yeah, D. Okay. Let's go with F.
F. You are 1 away.
Okay. I literally don't know what this is. I'm gonna go on a limb and say O.
You are
On the board.
on the board.
Wait. What? What? Gojo? And that's how you come in clutch. That's how you do it.
So the last one.
I'm like that. I'm like that.
How we looking at on time?
I'm like that.
All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. We like that. We like that. We like that.
2 for 2.
That was a fairly easy one though. But like, there you go. It's your turn.
Come up with one. MC. Go.
It doesn't have to be an MC. I did a side character, so you can do whatever you want. I'm doing characters though, so you don't have to do an anime. Just do characters.
That is crazy. That is evil. But okay. I got you.
Okay. Another 4? All right, we'll go with A. Okay. Oh. J. Okay. L. I don't even know why I'd say L. I'm an idiot. C. God damn it.
Kojo? Coco? Coco Golf?
Coco Golf. P. Damn it.
One more.
Let's go with R. Oh yeah.
That R was
So
there.
it's Zoro.
It is Zoro.
Yes, sir.
I had to make sure it was, not too hard, just right. That body is still hanging.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I got it. I got it. Let's do. Just make sure the spelling is right. Really? Yes, really. All right, here we are.
Let's go for an H on here.
H.
Okay, I gotta think outside the box here. I. All right, I like what I'm seeing. Let's give me an A. An ah. An apple.
This is not a main character. This is a side character.
Okay. Can I get a B for 800? Sorry, I said 800. 500.
B for 800.
I'm out here playing Jeopardy. See? What is going on? Bro, whose name is this? Like, I don't understand. You.
You have one go left.
Okay, D?
D? Nope. All right, so the answer is
Is Neliel from Bleach?
yep. Neliel from Bleach. All right. You know what? Are we red? Okay. All right, we'll end it here. Because we'll end it here because we're gonna do this again. Hope you know that. This is happening again. And we're doing it. Actually, no, I'm gonna say that that's a secret. I'm gonna save that for later. Y'all gonna know it. Y'all gonna know. Not today. But y'all know. Y'all will know. All right.
I should have won that.
No. I mean, technically, I'll still give it to you. I'll say you won.
Nah, I still wanted that one.
What the Nelio?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that was kind of a tough one.
Sure. Like the way her
name is. Yeah.
So, okay.
All right, y'all. That's it for the end of this episode. Just want to give a heads up for next week, which would be the week that it's the 25th, I think. We're going to Anime NYC. We'll be there. We're going to be doing at least, I think, a couple maybe questions, interviews for whoever's walking around, and we're going to rope that all together for a video and then post that. Not too sure if we're going to record. But we are going to be cosplaying. So I'm going to be Rimuru. You're going to be
Tozen,
right?
Kaname Tozen.
So yeah, if you see Rimuru, if you see Tozen, Rimuru's not black, all right? So if you see a black Rimuru, know it's me.
Yeah.
But
And
Anime NYC.
I can't grow my hair that fast, so
Yeah, you're not gonna have he has braids, right?
yeah.
See the braids or dreads? I think it's the braids.
Dreads are
I think it might be a mix of dreads and braids. But you'll see us there. So keep an eye out. Thank you all for your support. Thanks to our producer and all the people backstage doing the work for us. We appreciate you. And look out for next episode because we got something good planned for you. So
nice hair.
I'll catch you next time.